In this video, we're going to take a look at how to raise a sales order. In the previous two videos, we had a look at how to assign a vehicle of interest and also a part exchange. We're now going to take that information and actually create a sales order inside of the system. To do this, we're going to click on Activity, and then we're going to select the quotation button. From here, the system will ask us if we want to quote the stock number that we previously selected. To continue, just select yes. If it's a new vehicle that we selected, the factory options would be listed here. If we needed to, we could right click and discount any of those options. We'll now move on to the dealer option tab. The dealer option tab can be used to add accessories such as paint protection, gap insurance, and anything else that needs to be added to the sales order. To do this, we're just going to click on to add dealer option. If it's predefined in the system, then we can select the page on the left and select the relevant item on the right. If you need to sell an item that's not predefined, we can select special option. We can type in the description, the sale price net, the sale price including VAT, and also the estimated cost price. You can also change the VAT code if you need to, and you can also analyze it by any additional nominal codes if required. If this section doesn't make sense to you, just leave it blank and click on Add. If we need to discount any of these items, we can select it from the page, right click, go to discount, and we can discount in various different ways. So we could enter a discount price, a discount percentage, enter a new net price, or enter a new inclusive price. If we need to add an extended warranty onto the sales order, then we can select the warranty tab up at the top and then select warranties. We can then double click the required option from the pre-populated list. If we need to add a road fund license onto the sales order, we can click the road fund license tab, click the RFL button, and choose the relevant band from the table. If we need to add a part exchange onto the sales order, we can go to the part exchange tab. If we've previously added a part exchange in the other window, you will see that information will automatically be sucked into this screen. If we need to populate additional information, we can just double click, and we can pre-populate any missing information such as the standing value and the customer part exchange allowance. If the vehicle needs to be settled, we can enter the finance company name, the settlement value, and also the agreement reference or number. Once we're happy with the details, we can select confirm. If we didn't add the part exchange into the inquiry, we could simply add that here by clicking add and filling out the relevant screen. If the deal needs to be configured as a finance deal, then what we can do is we can go to the F&I tab. We can choose the finance company from the drop-down list. We can enter the period in months. So in this case, we'll go with 36 months. We can tell the system the customer's contribution above his part exchange. So for example, if we enter £1,000, the system will say the cash balance is £1,000, as we can see on the right hand side, and it will work back how much is being financed. If we increase that value by another £1,000, then the finance would also reduce by £1,000. If there's any finance commission, we can enter that here. If we need to discount the vehicle, we can go to the top and we can discount the vehicle. Once again, we've got all the same options we had when we looked at the dealer options. We can also use the total price feature to discount a sales order. So for example, if we change this to 29,740 and select accept, the system will always remove the discount from the vehicle price. It won't touch any of the factory or dealer options against the sales order. Once we're ready to raise the order, we just select raise order up at the top. And we're going to enter the deposit value. So this is the value that we're taking today. So even though we've said the customer's contributing £2,000 in total, we're only taking £500 from the customer today. If we need anything on the order form in writing, then we can enter that information here. If we don't know when the vehicle's getting delivered, we can choose an estimated day by just selecting the date here. If we know a confirmed delivery date, then we can click on the schedule button, choose the relevant date and time in the calendar, and double click the relevant time slot. That now becomes a confirmed delivery date. We can change the number of orders, increase it, decrease it as you feel fit. I'm just going to change that to 0 in this example. To confirm the sales order, all we need to do is then click on the confirm button. The system will then pop up this screen. If anything needs to go into the workshop, we can add these items or remove them by double clicking. To add a new item, all we're going to do is click on add job. For example, if it needed an MOT, we could book that in. If it needed a service, we could book that in. If it needed anything else, we can simply type that request in and select OK. To push this down to the workshop, we would click on the Create Workshop Order button. If we don't need to push anything down to the workshop, we can simply click Cancel. We can now see the order raised in the activity section of the sales inquiry.